quick introductions and an opening statement. We'll open up to the media. Please identify yourself and use the raise hand or chat function to ask your question. And with that, I think we will just wait until we are joined by North Dakota. Should be Coach Paul Sather, and let us know if you have questions. I think so. For those just joining us, you are in the correct place. Thanks for being here. We'll be waiting for the post-game press conference participants. We're expecting that North Dakota will be here first, followed by South Dakota State. Thanks for your patience, and let us know if you have any questions.
How are you? Good. How are you?
Good. James, all here.
Dylan, you good upstairs?
Yes, up here, Paul.
All set? Okay, hi everybody. We've got Coach Paul Sather here. We'll give quick opening remarks and then we'll open up for questions. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, just some missed opportunities there. Just think early on transition defense and just some urgency defensively. Didn't think we were as sharp as we needed to be. They got some difficult matchups, and I just think we made some early mistakes throughout the game. We really struggled to find any kind of rhythm offensively, and so it just felt like every possession was kind of a grind. And I think you got to give them credit defensively for that. But it just we just weren't attacking, and when we did, I thought good things happened. I just don't know if we're a team that needs to be taking 28 threes, but we got a lot of looks, a lot of open looks. Just wasn't maybe in the rhythm of the offense as much. But when you're playing a team that's really packing it in around Phil, you're going to get some looks. We got to knock some down, and they knocked some down late in the game, or kind of in that second half, and we didn't. And I just kind of felt like at the end of the day, that ended up being a big difference in the game.
Okay. Thanks, Coach. Dylan, let's start upstairs. Any questions in the media room?
Paul, Matt Zimmer. Matt Dentlinger hadn't done a lot for SDSU until tonight, and he had a big game tonight. What did you see as sort of contributing to his big night?
Well, we wanted to take away their threes. I just think we felt like if Dentlinger was going to have a big game, we wanted to make sure that their guards weren't making the threes that they can make. And I think throughout the game, a lot of the part that was working pretty well until they started knocking threes down. So no, they're going to go inside. They've always been a team that goes inside, but they're so good from the 3-point line. So we're going to play Matt a lot more one-on-one. And when we tried to switch some things up, we got caught over helping, and they made us pay late. So, yeah, I mean, I think defensively we want a little bit better job one-on-one, not giving them so much, but a little bit had to do with us trying to take away their threes.
Baylor Shireman's been a really great player for them early on, whether tonight or any games you might have seen of theirs on film. Does it look like he's playing different? They're using him different because he's had such a big impact for them early on.
He's a positionless player. I don't even know what he is, other than the fact that you can play him anywhere from a 1 through a 4. You can guard a 1 through a 4. He competes. Like, he can really pass the ball well. Now he's shooting 50. Tonight he didn't shoot it as well, but he's been shooting close to 55% from 3 or 56% from 3. So he poses a lot of problems, and you team him up with Noah Friedel, who is equally doing a great job for them. It's really a tough combination to guard out there on the perimeter.
Got one more.
Okay.
Tom Miller at the Herald here. Tyree struggled a little bit finishing. Did you chalk that up as some rookie things, or what did you see out of him here?
Well, again, they really packed it. I think lack of ball movement. We just really didn't do a great job of making quick decisions, and so he kind of got in aggressive mode, and we needed him to make some plays, and maybe didn't finish as well, but yeah, I think part of it is he's learning. Every time he steps on the floor, he's going against a different group of guys that are kind of aiming for him now, that are ready for him. So I think there's a learning curve for that. But he still got us 8 boards tonight. I think, if I look at it right. Still got us 8 rebounds and 4 assists, and struggled a little bit, knocked down a couple threes. Teams, they've really sagged off us. I mean, they were begging us to shoot, and when they're begging you to shoot, you got to knock some down. And he knocked 2 of them down. He was 2 for 6 tonight. So, that's good that he's showing that confidence is coming, that if they're not guarding him, he's still going to look for a shot. So a lot of growing to do, but love what his enthusiasm and what his effort's been.
All good for the media room.
Okay, thanks, Dylan. Any questions from Zoom? Yes, I'll start with KBLY.
Hey, Paul, Alex Egan here from KVOY. It looked like the second half is where they started to pull away from you guys. What might you attribute that to? Is it a little bit of fatigue? What was the difference there in the first 10 minutes of the second half?
They definitely kind of found a rhythm offensively, I think, where they got us scrambling a lot more. That ball stayed ahead of our rotations, and they knocked down some threes. I just felt like that's kind of how the game went. I felt like we would get back in it, get it to 4, get it to 6. And we'd have some bad offensive possessions or good ones that we didn't score. And then they'd come down and have 2 really good possessions that led to 2 open threes or a 3-point play by Matt or something like that. And then go bang, bang, and all of a sudden that 4 to 6 point deficit would go to 10 to 12. And I felt that happen a couple times in the second half. And I thought our guys continued to fight, but, maybe late fatigue set in. But I really felt SDSU kind of found some really good possessions in that second half. They found more better possessions than we did in that second half offensively.
And then what do you do to play a third game in a third day? What's the message tonight? And how do you make sure that you guys are ready to go when you tip it off against NDSU?
Well, you get to play, and right now that's a victory in its own right, but you're getting a chance to play. And everyone's going through three games in 3 days. So North Dakota State, all 4 of us, all 4 teams are going through that same. So, it'll be interesting to see what that third game looks like. But it's a little bit like a tournament setup style where, you got to come out, win 3 games in 3 days or 3 games in 4 days, whatever it might be. And it's a good opportunity for us to get out and play and get better because that's what we need. I mean, these guys have missed a lot of this season as far as pushing it back, and they're getting a chance to play. So let's go play, and let's not worry about being 3 days in a row.
All right. We'll take one more question for Coach. All set? Okay. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You bet. Thanks, Alec. Ready? All right. We've got Coach Eric Henderson here. Go ahead, Coach, with a quick few remarks, then we'll open up for questions.
Yeah, well, not sure many people know this, but I have a lot of respect for Paul. Paul was actually a graduate assistant for me when I played at Wayne State my sophomore year, and just obviously a great basketball coach, but a tremendous man. And so I wanted to get that out of the way first too. But I think we kind of maybe got away with a pretty bad half. I wasn't really happy with how we played the first half. We took some tough shots, and we had a little talk in the locker room, and I thought our guys responded and played pretty well in the second half.
Good. Go ahead, Dylan, with questions in the media room.
This is Tom Miller at the Grand Forks Herald. I thought you guys kind of sagged on UND's guards a little bit, maybe encouraging 3-pointers more than I've seen other teams do. Was that the intent, or did UND just end up taking 3-pointers without your coaxing?
Well, it was a little bit of part of our plan, but our main focus was on Phillip. Phillip is a tremendous player. He plays with great energy, and he's a load down there on the block. So we didn't want him to just be real comfortable. So we tried to guard the pass and make it difficult to get it inside, which I thought that we did. And when you do that, Tom, you do, give a little bit of room on the perimeter for them to take some, perimeter jump shots. So we knew that was probably going to happen. And we wanted to live with some of it. I thought we could have contested a few of them, maybe a little bit better, but it was part of the plan to take Phillip away for sure.
Endo Matt Zimmer, how good did it feel to get Dentlinger going tonight the way he did offensively?
Well, I think I told you yesterday, Zim, I knew he was close. I saw signs in the second half that he's coming. And I didn't like that he didn't have a rebound yesterday, but I still felt like I was feeling better about it. And obviously he came out tonight and was tremendous. I mean, scoring is certainly something we need from him, especially when Doug didn't play, so we needed to get some production in the paint, and Matt was tremendous with that tonight. But maybe even more importantly on the defensive end, he can be physical. I thought he brought a little bit more physicality tonight than he has in a while too. So it was great to see, that's for sure.
You think he needed that just to kind of get some confidence going?
It doesn't hurt, I'm sure. We have a good group of guys, and they, they understand when somebody's struggling. So they've done a good job of trying to pump them up and understanding that, hey, we need more out of you, but we love you and we believe in you too.
Baylor had another great game tonight, another double-double. I think he had 6-7 assists. Did you see this coming, the way that he's played so far the first couple weeks?
Well, I always have had a lot of belief in Baylor's game, Zim, and I love the way he plays. He affects the game in so many ways. I didn't think maybe quite this. I mean, he's been obviously very, very effective, and he was really disappointed in the first half with how he played, and even a couple of the shots he took, he said, even though he's playing well and shooting it well, it's because he's taking good shots. And he felt like in the first half tonight, he's like, I got away from that a little bit. And it was great to see him respond and show that maturity, honestly, as a sophomore to recognize that. And I thought he was tremendous in the second half. And I'm really proud of him because it's nice to see great kids who work really hard get rewarded.
Last time you were here for a 3 games in 3 days event, the third game, you guys came out and kind of laid an egg. How do you avoid doing that again this time?
Yeah, we weren't very happy with how we played and our approach in that game. Honestly, I feel like it was more mental than anything. And quite frankly, and I told our guys this, I was really disappointed in the plan we put together for St. Mary's too, and that's on me. And I didn't feel like I put our guys in the best position to compete that game. Well, I'm going to try not to do that this time, Zim.
Are you going to keep Doug out again tomorrow?
I don't know. Just like today, I talk to him every morning, night and morning, all day, really, and see how he feels. But I always want to make sure that the kids are put in the best position for them, safety first. And if he has anything, I wouldn't put him in a bad situation. But he is feeling better. He said he felt better today, and he feels better every day. So I don't know. We'll just see how it feels in the morning.
Thanks, Endo.
You bet.
We're all set up here, Paul.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
You bet.
Halfway done, guys.
Right?
3 games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.